A couple weeks ago, I didn't know that I'll be making Croatian food as part of this hashtag Croatia cooking collab. Check out that hashtag for crazy, delicious Croatian dishes. I'm actually discovering this dish. It's called Strukli. It's essentially a pinwheel. Pinwheels seem to be common on my channel these days. Check out my last pinwheel recipe. But it's like this Croatian dish. It can be had at special occasions, for Christmas, family gatherings, and essentially it's this amazing homemade dough which I'm trying to do gluten-free, that is stuffed and I guess wrapped with this cheese mixture made of cottage cheese, sour cream. I'm putting some cheddar in here and then baked in a casserole in a cream sauce. Now of course I'll be adding my touch to this dish. I'm going to be adding some Colombian chili peppers, but we'll get to that towards the very end. Another change is I want to see if you can make this dish and do it well gluten-free. This dish traditionally needs regular flour because it relies on that gluten formation while you make the dough to contribute towards the elasticity, the chewiness, along with the cheese and the cream sauce that it has. So a GF flour will really be putting that to the test. The good thing though is the GF flour that I'm using does have some xanthan gum already in it, in the blend for this flour mixture. So it should help with the elasticity. But because this dough is gluten-free, we have to be a bit creative in how we handle rolling this out super thin to get it ready for the filling. But we'll get to that later. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I'm going to add in beaten egg, some molten butter, in this case a garlic butter, which is going to be super fragrant, and some water. Gloves always help with dough. Just make sure you knead this now into a soft and pliable dough. If it's too dry, add a bit of water at a time until it looks kind of like this. Now just let this sit for 15 to 20 minutes to let it finish hydrating. Wrap it up in plastic wrap. While that's going on, let's make the filling. For the filling, we have some cottage cheese. If your cottage cheese is too watery, then drain it, but mine is pretty thick. Add the sour cream, this is the full fat variety, along with an egg, some shredded cheddar, and we kind of like made this cheddar really special. We got like this special 5-year-old white cheddar, always delicious. Add some of your ground nutmeg, garlic powder, thyme, salt and pepper, and now you just mix this until it's really well blended together. We are here at the rolling part, and that's where we have to be a bit more creative, because if you try to roll this out on a regular work surface, you're gonna get lots of cracks, it's gonna stick, it's gonna be a nightmare. So instead, grab 2 large pieces of parchment paper. Think of how big this might roll out to and get more than that, bigger. I'm gonna roughly shape it out into the shape of a rectangle or a square, and then put it smack down in the middle of that parchment and start rolling. Once you have rolled it out thin enough and you've made all your checks and you've done all your checks, there's no weird thick spots, take a look, because you probably will get these weird cracked edges which we have to fix. And for that, I'm just gonna cut them in like a straight line, take the scraps and try to like make it into a relatively straight edge by patching it up, putting the parchment back on, and doing my best to make it into an even shape, because the filling has to be on the entire surface area. Now at first it may seem like a lot of filling, and it did to me as well. Again, I'm not Croatian, I've never had Croatian food, and this is something that I'm exploring and learning as I go. This is one of those special kind of recipes. So I did my best to spread out that filling all over that dough and leave a really thin edge on the side, because it will spread a bit as you start rolling. And the rolling is going to be very interesting. I essentially made use of the parchment and just delicately folded it upon itself. Just lightly roll and roll and roll, and when you get to the edge with the seam, roll it. I just roll it upon itself so that the seam side is at the bottom, so we can get a nice seal. Now I wish I had not forgotten to hit record, but I essentially took that roll, made some lines to cut it in half, and then half that, and then half that to make about 8 slices. I'm gonna butter up the casserole that I'm gonna bake this in. I used a cake server to essentially lift it up and line it up standing straight on the casserole that's buttered up. Here's where the calabian peppers that I promised are gonna come into play. Grab a generous amount. I love my heat. I need some heat. It just seemed a bit too plain to me, and this is my twist on this Strukli recipe. I'm also using some lactose-free heavy cream. I needed 10% cream, couldn't find it, only found the heavy cream variety. So instead I diluted the heavy cream with about a quarter cup of water to get the same result. And then pour on carefully that cream mixture from earlier. And then here's some more garlic butter. I'm gonna melt that and then pour that over the top as well. And then finally top with the remaining cheddar. Can't wait to eat this once it's baked. This can now go in your oven. It's been preheating at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm just gonna pop it on the top rack of my oven and bake it for about 45 minutes. With about 7 minutes remaining actually, I noticed that the top wasn't as brown. So I bumped up the heat to 400 and the color and the aroma instantly changed as the browning and the caramelization started to take place. Let this sit for about 10 minutes and get ready to enjoy this Strukli. I probably wouldn't have waited if it wasn't for the video. I have to show a beautiful piece. But if you can't wait either, while this rests, check out how to make my scalloped potatoes, because that's kind of very similar. It's cheese and cream. Instead of bread though, it's potatoes. Let's now take a look at what this looks like after it has rested. You know, I've never had Croatian food, but after making this, just have a look at that. I think I'm a big fan of it. I want to know what else there is to Croatian food. Strukli was born in northern Croatia in the quiet hills of Zagorje, where home cooks learned to stretch dough so thin that it could catch the light. It was then filled with fresh cheese, eggs, and cream. Over time, Strukli became a symbol of comfort and celebration, boiled or baked, savory or sweet, and today, Zagorski Strukli are protected as Croatia's intangible cultural heritage. It's simply not just a recipe.